What's going on, Taurus? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2023. So in this reading, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides, and so much more for you regarding June 2023, Taurus. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance, Taurus, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that. Without further ado, I'm gonna pull the energy, and we'll see what wants to come through for you, Taurus, for the month of June 2023. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Taurus. Yikes. Huh? I don't know if I like this or I love it. I can't tell. I got a head full of evil thoughts and my Satan. Hold on. What? Okay, this is a doozy one. I mean, just wait a minute. Okay. Well, before we get into the tarot, let's start this reading off, Taurus, with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, some messages from the universe for you for June. The first energy you need to know about is expect miracles, the Holy Spirit here, Taurus. So this is a message that remember that only love is real and miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Spirit's giving me a visual. You know, like how Taurus represents the bull, and you know how in Spain they have those like red, they're like toro, like they people like tempt the bull to come charge. Like some of you may be like really tempted to charge, charge, and you know, your frequency of being Taurus is just being charged up, and whether or not you charge is up to you. But okay, at the end of the day, here's what we got going on. You have expect miracles, Taurus. Now, there is something coming through with this about divine intervention, okay? Like, there is something coming through very strongly about many angels are watching over you, and there's also something that Spirit has your back. A lot of you who find yourself in a dangerous situation, in a precarious situation, there is something about a timeline shift that's just going to get you out of there. A lot of what you don't understand about this reality is that metaphysically, many of us have died, literally, like we've been on the road, we've gotten into a car crash. Our ego, even our soul, doesn't really remember it. And basically, because our mission wasn't done on earth, because we had unfinished business, because we still needed to be here, our souls still needed to be in this body, we basically jump timelines, and you don't even remember that you got into a car crash and died, because this is a simulation, and essentially your soul just opted into a parallel reality that looks exactly the same, and essentially from a soul perspective it is the exact same, but it's not. And this has happened many, many times, and for a lot of you this will be happening in some way, shape, or form in June. So expect miracles here. Spirit has your back, okay? Something's meant for you. Something's meant for your soul. Other people could be trying to, you know, tempt the bull. The devil could be trying to tempt the bull. Spirit's got your back with expect miracles here. You know, all these muggles aren't angels, bruh, but yours got stripes like a bangle does. What that means is like you have extra spiritual protection. Now, to give you a concrete example before we move on to the next thing, I had a recent timeline jump where I was at some ATM. I'm here in the Dominican Republic. I was at an ATM. The ATM completely ate my card. And we had to call people over. They were trying to get it into the machine. They were trying to get the machine open. It was a nightmare because if I lost that card, let's just say it would have been much more difficult to do things. And there was a timeline jump where my friend was right next to me, the authentic animal. He saw the card, it was eaten. Like the machine ate the card, it was totally there. Next thing I know, I go in my wallet after the people have been working on it for a half an hour, and the card is just sitting in my wallet like it was never put in the machine. What happened was that was a timeline jump, okay? And so this is gonna be happening to you this month. Now, you also have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, and miraculous changes are occurring here, Taurus. Okay, so there's really something coming through. You know, Horus is all about ritual magic. It's the Egyptian eagle, all about ritual magic here. What's coming through here is really focusing on being consciously aware of how your thoughts create reality, how this reality is an extension of you. Everyone is you pushed out. But what I'm getting here is something specific for you, Taurus, is that there's something here about ritual magic, okay? So understanding that in the matrix that we live in, most of us are really taken away from any sort of deep, meaningful time connecting with spirit. So maybe writing out a journal and burning papers that you want to release, like doing some sort of occult thing. Like, not that it has to be bad, but it's pure. It's you need to connect with the divine in a ritualistic way. And it doesn't mean that you go to St. John's Catholic Church unless that belief system works for you. Then that's cool. I'm cool with whatever belief system works for anyone. You got to find what works for you. But what works for me is the matrix is basically like taking away our spiritual connection, because the only ritualistic way is weird, and it's basically controlled opposition. You need to go out into the woods. You need to do some ritual with your mind. Okay, that's the advice. Now there is something else coming through for two different camps of Tauruses. If you are a Taurus listening to this and you are already on the path to success, you've already manifested, but you want more, you're going more. There's something about visualizing the process. It's what I call a transfer line visualization. Okay, so if you're a Taurus that you already have success, there's something about whatever you're doing on a daily basis. Maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a broadcaster, maybe you're a lawyer. Visualize yourself in the process of doing your work. Don't visualize the end goal if you're already on the way. Visualize the process. So how would that look for me? It would be me visualizing me doing the most amazing reading ever. It wouldn't be me visualizing when I'm an old man or in a few years in my penthouse apartment. The end. Don't visualize the end goal. Visualize the process. Now, for others of you that maybe are switching your life in a big way, or you have not manifested anything yet, and you know you're in a job that you hate, and you're really confused as to where to go when it comes to using your mind. If that's you, Taurus, and you're not really established, or you're making a big change and you don't know where to put your energy, but you know you have the energy, then what I want you to do is something called a target slide visualization. This is where you do visualize the end slide. This is where, Taurus, you visualize yourself in the end goal. Live in the end. Picture like everything you want is already here, because what that does is if you don't know how to get there and you're confused about the actual door that you need to walk through to get to the end goal, then if you visualize the end, even if you don't know what's going on, and you visualize the end like a psycho, a door will open up for you. Right? Expect miracles. You will be given the opportunity with this. It will be like, boom. This is what I did when I dropped out of college and I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I had something in me. I just visualized the end goal. And then that opens doors for you. But if you're the other Taurus, then you need to visualize the process. And you should really follow that like directly, depending on which one you are. You also have Cernunnos, life force. Express your driving passions, sensual and sexual powers are increased, or Cernunnos, I keep pronouncing it wrong here. So there's definitely something, this card, Taurus, is about connecting with animal spirits. It's coming through as connect. Make sure that and it also could be a ritual here, especially you have Taurus, the Egyptian eagle. Ironically enough, I'm the American eagle as my primary spirit animal. But here we go. So this is a message for you to really make sure that you're taking time to connect with your animal spirits. If you haven't done that, if you don't know what your totem animal, your shadow totem, your spirit animal is, which are all separate, by the way, if you don't know what that is, you got to figure that one out. And maybe it's just you set the intention. But if you do know what they are, learn about them, embody them. Why do you think I'm the eagle? I'm up here. I can see everything. It's a very good aspect for tarot reading or predicting the future. But there's this also not only spirit animals, but this is you, Taurus, really connecting with ancestors of your families, of your genetic homeland. Okay, so in this reading, there's leprechauns dancing over my head right now. There's George Washington dancing over my head. Tap into that. There are interdimensional beings that your family's history. Tap into that. But also the spirit animal. Now, there's also a message of sexual energy right now. Okay, this is something about fertility is going to be increased for you this month. So if you do not want to have a child with your significant other, or if you do not want to have a child with someone that you're having intimacy sex with, then be careful. If you do want that, then bang away, Taurus, because it's a good time for it. Now, the other thing that I'm getting here is, once again, two different camps of Tauruses. May not be the exact same camp as before with the law of attraction, so pay attention. There's something here about, for those of you that have been too loose with your sexual energy, it's time to hone it in. It's time to hold it, because when you hold that in, you basically become like more magnetic, okay? You have that personal magnetism, the art of sexual transmutation. Okay, so you hold on to your sexual energy. Maybe you go celibate. You have more power. You have your thoughts become stronger, etc. If you are too suppressed, if some of you have sexual desires that you've never had, maybe you didn't explore it, maybe you're cut off from it in some way, then express it. Some of you, there's an expression of that, and for me, I'm going through that this month where I'm really honing it. I'm really just, really celibate. And so in order to release, for a release, I would need a scab off an Inuit's head right now. That's how bad I want to, but I don't, because I make these sacrifices for you. Half of you don't even realize. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Your opportunity this month, Taurus, is the Six of Pentacles. There's something about you giving and receiving in balance is your opportunity. For a lot of you, it's just what it's coming through as is like whatever area of your life is in balance, it's time to bring it. So like almost focusing on your weak points for a lot of you is actually what I'm getting here. So if you receive a lot, maybe it's time to give. If you give a lot, maybe it's time to receive. There's something here as well with the Six of Pentacles about sharing your gifts, but there also is a lot of opportunity for you to go far in your career, especially if you implement what I said in the beginning. You will go very far if you share your gifts with grace, okay? And just accepting where you are and moving there. Now, your challenge is the Temperance card. There is going to be some beef between you and people potentially. Remember, the first thing that I got, the first thing that I got in this reading was someone, Toro, red, tempting you, and you want to charge someone, or and whether or not you do that, or whether or not that's a good idea, we'll see, because some of you are meant to actually charge someone. And I'm not encouraging, I never could encourage violence unless it's like really justified, and that's still like, for me, I'm not a practitioner of that necessarily, but there's something about your challenge is the Temperance card. Emotional imbalance, your challenge may be, for a lot of you, Taurus, there could be an addiction issue here, and for a lot of you, you have to know who you are. A lot of you if you already made it, you're too addicted to success. I'm getting that. Once again, balancing out your weak points. I know there's a bunch of millionaire Tauruses listening to this right now. Some of you need to make sure you're not too crazy. You're not going too, you think, oh, I just need more and that's going to make me happy. No, balance yourself out. Other way around, then go for what you always want. Okay, because sometimes you need to get what you want to realize it's not always what you wanted, but that's this alternative message. Now, there's a lot going on here, Taurus, when it comes to your overall general energy this month. You have the Devil in reverse, you have the Lovers in reverse, and you have the Three of Cups in reverse here. And I don't really like that. I'm going to be honest. Like with what you got going on here, Taurus, there is going to be some sort of, similar to the Gemini reading, you could be being provoked. People could just rub you the wrong way. People, once again, I'm even getting like people could be jealous of what you have, or people could just be inadvertently messing with you. The Three of Cups in reverse and the Two. For a lot of you, this could have to do with a third party situation in love, okay? Especially, this could be, I'm sensing that you're gonna be, if you have a primary partner, you could feel wrong. If you could feel guilty. If you had a recent breakup, you could feel guilty. There's something about things going wrong with you and a partner, or with you and a loved one. So that can manifest in many ways. But because the Devil's in reverse as well, man, I mean, that could be, maybe some of you did something you shouldn't have and now you feel guilty. Maybe you realize that your partner, there is something here. Now, for a lot of you, it's not going to be romantic. It could be with a close soulmate friend. This could be with whoever, but it's someone that you believe is a soulmate. And then you also have the Three of Cups. For a lot of you as well, there could be someone that you really want to be with who there's a blockage there. There's something going on with that, Taurus. So there could be someone that wants you and you don't want them, or vice versa. Or there's a third party between two people that want each other. There's a third. I'm telling you, Taurus, I'm telling you. So when it comes, but it's not like it's even going to really affect you that much. Like, I'm not, like, for some of you it will, for others of you, you're just gonna keep working through it. You're just gonna be like, let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Like, for most of you, it will just be off I'm just sensing that it will be off your shoulders like water off a duck's back. Like, it's just gonna be under the surface. And so that Taurus, and that's why this is coming out, just to let you know that, like, hey, like, connect with your animal inside and figure out, because even though you're the bull, that's Taurus, it's not gonna be your primary spirit animal. So yeah, but anyway, and what you don't see coming are the Ten of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and you also have the Six of Swords. A lot of you are gonna be feeling like you're alone, and it's not a good aloneness. Ten of Swords has to do with an ending. Okay, so a lot of you, there's some sort of ending between you and someone, between you and friend group, between you and someone. It's culminating. It's over. But the thing about the Ten of Swords is that it's over. It's not like, once again, water off a duck's back. It's almost not going to affect a lot of you emotionally, because you're going to realize, oh, I'm actually happier over here. Even though it stings in the moment, I'll be happier over here. Now you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And so that tells me that there could be someone, I'm getting someone around you is stubbornly icing you out, okay? And so this is what this could be about. Someone, whoever you're disconnecting from, Taurus, in whatever fashion that it's manifesting for you, I'm sensing that someone is like, no, don't talk to Taurus anymore, bye. And you're just like, you're a child, my G. You are a child. Listen, I'm an Aries, I'm a child, but I make it work for me. This person, they're not meant to be a child, and they're acting a child. Now, you also have the Six of Swords here, so and what you don't see coming, a lot of you could be moving home. Once again, this could be a domestic situation. This is something very intense, okay? So the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, like travel, and a lot of you, if it's not someone stubbornly icing you out, you're alone, but you don't feel good about it. Like, maybe you become an island unto yourself, and okay. For those of you that, once again, in the beginning of this reading I mentioned, okay, you're less established, okay, you need to focus on the transfer slide instead of the target slide. You need to you need to focus on the target slide instead of the transfer slide. If you're just trying to make it, if you don't have a lot of possessions, if you feel like your life is in shambles, you're just trying to fumble the money to pay the rent, your biggest battle is with the bills, then there is something here about you, like, you feeling like, wow, like, I can't believe this is coming to an end, and now who's going to support me? You forgot, Taurus. You had so many angels around you. The universe has got your back, but especially if you're someone who's leaving some sort of support, someone's been supporting you, they're no longer supporting you, friends, family, lover, etc., you're going to feel like, oh my God, like, I am out here on my own in the cold world. But guess what? Sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes that's what you need. Some of you, this is going to be going on, but in a less extreme way, so please still apply it. And no matter how you cut it, you're alone, and you don't want to be alone, so I don't see that lasting. Like, I don't see you becoming a hermit for long, but I just see some sort of hermit experience. That there also could be something around your finances. If you're in a joint business with someone, there could be something off about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into your advice. Let it burn away, Taurus. No matter what it is, it's dissolving your stuckness. Your advice is the Two of Pentacles, the Tower, and you also have the Eight of Swords in reverse here. So your advice is like, don't stay stuck. Don't compromise your integrity. Now, once again, people are going to be saying, Toro, hey, Taurus. Maybe some of them inadvertently, it won't be conscious, but you'll still be the charged bull. And some of you, it's like, it depends on your situation. If it's justified or it's not, karma involved, I can't make your decisions for you. But no matter how you cut it, don't stay stuck. Let it burn. The tower. Bam, foundation destroyed. Let it happen. And your advice as well, you might have to get a little crafty here. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling. Okay, it's about a choice. It's about, okay, this tower is happening. How do I respond to it? The tower is here. It's pissing me off. How do I respond to it? Do I go good? Do I go bad? Think about the long-term actions of think about the long-term consequences of your actions. Remember, I'm the American eagle. Some of you are the Egyptian eagle. You need to rise above it. Look objective. Okay, something that helps me today will hurt me tomorrow. The devil gives you everything up front, but takes it away. Something about that. There's also something about, like, once again, for those of you less established, or even some of you more established, if something's changing, it's like you're gonna be like this month, like just intuitively dodging, It's gonna be it's an interesting one, Taurus. So with that being said, let's start clarifying some of these cards. Yeah, it's like, this is, once again, a synopsis of the energy for you. And this really, I'm getting from a download from Spirit. These are a bunch of scary cards. For many of you who are quite well established, right? You're millionaires watching me. You got 6 digits. You got 5 digits, but you're comfortable. Then this is going to be what you're experiencing. It's kind of like you are witnessing a crazy thing, but you're just kind of like, let it get to me. I'm just going creep. Like, it's just like, some of you will make you work harder. That's why the Six of Pentacles is your opportunity. And yeah, this is alchemy as well. Like the Two of Pentacles in your, advice is like financial transmutation. So, a lot of you, yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead and clarify what the Temperance card is here. A lot of you as well, come on, truck. A lot of you as well, like, there is going to be a temptation to slip into a sex addiction, or I sense some of you are struggling with some sort of like substance addiction. And I would just say, like, use your intuition, but usually if you're doing something to escape something, conflict delayed is conflict multiplied. So why is the Temperance card here for Taurus in your challenge? Temperance card in your challenge is clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Yeah, I just get like people holding back, and that could be a good thing here, but you're just going to feel a little bit like you're going to feel like someone is spying on you, someone is holding back information, someone's being cold. Like the Temperance card in your challenge here, there also might be a challenge for you to really hold that bull energy back. Because remember, Toro, the red thing. We're in Spain. We're running down the streets of Barcelona here, Taurus, and they're poking the bull. Everyone is throwing things from the balcony. Oh, in your head. Oh, it's spiritual too. It's not even just people. It's And your challenge here is to just observe it. Really, I would advise some of you to rent yourself out here. And some practitioners will get pissed at me for this. I'm trying to give you power in the physical world. I'm not here to just make you some happy monk meditating. No, I'm trying to give you power in the physical world. That's what I'm not here to just let you be like, oh, let's just bypass it spiritually. So a lot of you here with the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords in your challenge, there's something here about renting yourself out, reminding yourself this is a form of simulation. When your soul is ready to transfer to the next dimension, you're going to wake up in Source and be like, that was a crazy dream. So some of you need to detach yourself, rent yourself out. Okay? And this is, when you're going through a difficult situation like this, it is what you can do. Rent yourself out. It's almost like Come, like your life, picture Taurus, you're on stage. You're center stage for everyone to see. What I want you to do in the same avatar is get off stage, walk off the stage and walk into the auditorium and take a seat. Take a seat, flip it, and then observe the stage empty. It doesn't mean that you don't notice what's going on the stage, but you have to be an observer. Once again, the American Eagle is trying to tell you something, especially a lot of you got those other eagles out there. I'm just trying to do my best here. So with that being said, I'm just going to skip right to the advice. Why is the Tower here in your advice? Yeah, something better is waiting for you. This is happening for a spiritual reason. Yeah, better relationships coming in for you. People that you've outgrown. Okay, what this is really is there's a group of people, there's a friend, there's a family member, there's someone here, Taurus, for you that basically was a rite of passage. They weren't meant to permanently be around. You know, the Four of Wands is soul family, but it's also a rite of passage. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something, and in search of something better. And the Two of Swords is about like saying no. So a lot of you here, there's not going to be an option for harmony here. Once again, what is your challenge? The challenge is the Temperance card. Okay, a lot of you have been trying to force something to work with a business associate, a family member, a lover. You've been trying to force it. You know what you've been doing? They've been like this. Toro, Toro, Toro. And they didn't even mean to do it, but they're still tempting the bull. They're still doing it. And for the last few months or however long you've been like, no, I just gotta be the better spiritual person, man. Nope, don't honor my feelings. No, they're so cool. No, I can't do that. No. And now the universe is like, you should have listened, kid, because now it's too late and you're getting ripped out. But it's all good. You're not gonna stress over it. You're gonna be fine. With that being said, don't forget the introductory message because it's almost more important than the reading. So with that being said, I'll talk to you later, Taurus.